Hey everyone, welcome back to the Monday Market Report for the week ending October 6th of 2019. I'm your host Sean with BlueRidgeSilverhound. As always, every week we bring you the emerging just overall sales activity of some of your favorite post 1950 modern coins. We bring it all to you here. So I want to thank everyone for joining in. And as always, let's go ahead and dive into what we have for this past week. So we are 1 week officially into the month of October, and this is usually the beginning of what is normally a busy time of the year. Okay, collectors are back out in the marketplace, scooping up some really nice hot coins, investment pieces, registry set coins. It's amazing. It's my favorite time of the year, and this week kind of marks that first pivotal week of market sales data in which we typically see an upswing in some of these modern coins. Now, as you can see from the thumbnail description, not what you see on screen, well, kind of. New emerging trends in the coin market is exciting. It sure is. We have a few coins that I wanted to talk about that is not like the typical, but also warrants maybe a little bit of kind of awareness when it comes to, just grading these coins, or let alone buying or investing or whatever floats your boat, I suppose. We're going to talk about it. As always, when we kick off these shows, I want to start off with the one kind of like outstanding eBay listing that warrants a little bit of kind of attention, all right? And this week, it's going to be a 1965 Washington quarter, but it's not like anything else you've seen before. This is a coin that exists in the Cherry Picker's Guide as being a very exciting variety, and that is the double-to-die obverse variety. This is also known as the FS101 by the Cherry Picker's Guide standards. And this one is tied for the finest grade ever as a PCGS Mid-State 64. It is a Pop 4, which means there are 4 graded at this level. But this is a phenomenal coin that if you were at all kind of the type of person that goes through quarters, just searching through them, whether it's by roll searching or going through change, this is one of those key varieties that you absolutely need to be on the lookout for. Now, this one here is a really high-grade specimen. Who knows where it came from? Probably came out of an old BU roll at one point. It's hard to say, or maybe perhaps it was one that was just kind of held on to, ever since its release. There are a lot of different scenarios which comes to, where these coins come from, but I'm glad this one survived in its very much kind of like minty, fresh looking condition. This one sold on eBay September 20th of 2019, so a few weeks ago. But this one right here sold for a best offer from $46.99, okay, $4,699. Probably sold somewhere in that $4,000 to $4,500 range. I don't know what it is, but it sold for a boatload of money. So, this is, of course, on the top end of the curve as far as values of this variety, but also look for some of those lower grade examples. Now, you've seen a few of the thumbnail images that showed just an amazing doubling on this coin. In God We Trust is very strong, lots of spread there, but also Liberty on the front. You're going to see notching, you're going to see that tremendous spread. That's indicative of this strong doubled die. So I'm glad to present the first coin of the week as being this one on eBay, a truly marvelous example, and congratulations to not only the seller but also the buyer. This is a fine specimen right here. So we're going to go ahead and jump into the great collections, notable sales that sold this week, but I also wanted to segue into the fact that there are a couple upcoming shows that you're going to want to pay attention to. There's the Heritage Auctions signature sale, and of course they also have the Whitman sale next month, which is one of the biggest auction shows of the year. It's right up there with some of the biggest and brightest, like the ANA and the other, the Long Beach sale, to name a few. But those will be coming up here, so we might see a little slowdown in hot new coins sold here in the next 10 to 14 days until those auctions come and go. So we are going to talk about those when it's all done. And but anyways, that is then. This is now. Let's go ahead and jump into some of those great collection sales that kind of stamped their seal of approval on some of the hottest sales this week, starting with this coin that you see here before you. Now, we don't see a lot of 1990s Lincoln cents that make the list, okay? But this one is also worth noting because it is a super uber high grade specimen. This is a 1994D. It's a Denver coin. This one is a PCGS Mint State 69 full red. It's one grade point away from being perfect, which is cool. It looks really good. Like, if this was in a holder that said Mint State 70, I would believe it. Because that's how good this coin is. I really didn't see a whole lot distracting with the coin to really knock it down from a 69. So I think, me personally, I'm satisfied with the numerical grade the graders gave on this coin. This one sold on Great Collections for $5,062.50. For those of you that think that this is a lot of money, it is. It is a tremendous amount of money, but also keep in mind, we don't see a lot of these high-end Mint State 69 Lincoln Memorial cents of the 1990s. So I could see this trend continuing. We won't see this huge flood of other Mint State 69s hit the market. These are kind of like one-offs, few and far between. But it'll be exciting to see where the market goes from here. Okay, we should expect some strong sales from this particular decade. The next coin that we want to highlight here, this one straight up came from circulation. Someone found this in pocket change and someone made a boatload of money. It is a 1992D Lincoln Memorial cent that exhibits the close AM reverse variant. All right, so the base of the A and M in America are touching. All right, this is intended to be a proof reverse die that was inadvertently used to strike the business strike coins. So this example, brown, not particularly attractive in terms of the overall look and appeal of the coin. This one is an NGC AU58 brown, and this one sold for $1,028.11. See what a little searching can get you? It could get you $1,000 just like that. And this one, again, always a hot variety in the marketplace, and it brought home a good chunk of money. Pretty nice. So the next one I wanted to talk about here is another Lincoln Memorial. This is a 1961D. Of course, it's one of those dates for the longest time was tough to find in Mint State 67, but we have an example here that I'm happy to talk about. I mean, it looks nice. It's pretty clean. Probably every bit deserving of the 67 grade that PCGS gave them. It is, of course, also a full red coin. This one sold for $1,350. The price decline on these coins isn't as steep, and we might see kind of a leveling out effect. Probably leveling out to about $1,000, $1,200 on this coin, as more of these Mint State 67s become apparent in the marketplace. So that's the 61D there for you. So the next two coins, again, we're kind of following a price trend on these mid 50s, early 50s Lincoln wheat cents. And I talked before about these two dates of coins last week, and we're going to bring them up again because guess what? Another pair of coins sold of the same date, same grade, top grade, and the prices just keep on receding. They're plummeting like a rock going into the ocean. So the first one we have here is the 1953S Lincoln wheat cent. This one, of course, is a PCGS Mint State 67 Plus, full red, CAC certified. Unfortunately, the CAC certification didn't exactly help the market value of the coin, as it sold for $815.62, which is just about $100 less than the other 67 plus full red that sold 7 days ago. Again, heed caution if you're getting into this particular kind of early 50s date range of these coins, whether it's investment or for a registry set, because the prices are tanking a good deal on them. Same with this 1951S that you see here. Same boat right here. This is a PCGS 67 plus full red, CAC certified, and this one, again, dropping $888.75. It's only going to be a matter of time before, again, these things kind of level off to an acceptable market level before a mint state 68 is discovered. It's only going to be a matter of time, not if it happens. It just needs that one premier example, and then we're going to be talking about these coins dropping even further in value because of the emergence of a coin that is graded a half a point higher. So again, heed caution with these early 50s Lincoln cents, especially the San Francisco types. So I want to finish off the penny portion, try saying that 10 times fast, penny portion, with a 1948, okay? Falls just outside of my kind of prerequisite post-1950 date range. But this 48 cannot be ignored, okay? Again, these really common dated Lincoln Wheat cents and high grades are the bee's knees. Collectors, registry set people, they want to buy these, and they're opening up their wallets, and they're paying tons of money for high-end coins such as this. This is a PCGS Mint State 67 Plus. It's a top-end coin, CAC certified, full red. This one, so close to $6,000. It sold for $5,907.38. So that's quite exciting. Very nice, great news on the Lincoln cent front. We've seen some pretty good sales. We've seen some run-ups in specific dates and decades. And again, keep an eye out for some of those. It's a good opportunity for you if you wanted to get into it. So we do have a few Jefferson nickels. Of course, Jefferson nickels always stirs up a little bit of controversy because there's the whole X factor of strike that plays a role in the value of these coins. The first one that we have here is a 1980 Jefferson nickel. Sorry, I forgot that we are on nickels, and yeah, there is no Lincoln nickel. But this Jefferson nickel that you see here is a PCGS graded Mint State 66 Plus full steps. Had this one sold for $2,844. I have no problem with this coin. It's got a tremendous strike. It looks like a coin that's more indicative of a later 80s coin with the strike that it exhibits on here. This is a very attractive coin, and you would be hard-pressed to find a finer example. So here's a date right here that I am probably more cautious and more critical to give my full endorsement, and that's a 1955 Jefferson nickel. Probably the worst date, bar none, for strike. This one right here exhibits a strike that typically would be on the flimsy weak side, as they are all known. But this example right here is a PCGS Mint State 6 full steps. The steps, I feel like, are a bit on the marginal side for this coin. The steps appear and look sharp, but I feel like there's too many planchet nicks toward the bottom 2 or 3 steps to warrant the full steps designation. Aside from that, it's a fine example. I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty good, it's decent, but at the end of the day, is it worth the $1,743.75? Remains to be seen. PCGS did grade this with full steps, so the value sticks for now. And then we have one more nickel, again falling outside of that prerequisite 1950s date range, and this is a 1946D Denver minted Jefferson nickel, and this one is a real peach. I like this coin. These mid-40s Jefferson nickels that go into the silver and then back into the nickel composition have always had pretty good strikes, so I'm not surprised that this one ended up as a PCGS Mint State 67 Plus with full steps. Really nice coin. Probably the photos don't do it really good justice, but this one I think is really, really snappy. This one sold for $2,418.75. All right, so that wraps up nickels. We had no dimes worth considering this week, so how about we jump into some quarter action, starting out with a 1957 Washington quarter. This is a former Sunset Collection Provenance piece. This is a PCGS Mint State 67 Plus, CAC certified, and it's also toned. Not the most attractive toning, but it is more toward the originality side than it is the pretty side. This one sold for $1,040.62. Not too shabby. And let's see, the next one that we have here is a 53. So we have a couple 50s here. This 53 right here is pretty nice. I actually enjoy the toning a little bit more on this one than I did the previous example. But this is a PCGS Mint State 67 toned. This one sold for $1,195.88. And then finally, the last Washington quarter on the list is going to be this 1952, probably with the best toning out of the three. It's just more pastel-y. It's solid hues all across the coin. There's no unsightly kind of dark breaks associated with this toning pattern. This is a PCGS Mint State 67 Plus with CAC certification, toned, and this one sold for $1,878.75. Again, we're seeing this kind of like stagnant pricing pattern with these 1950s and 1960s Washington quarters. They're not dropping, and they're not rising either. I think they've kind of hit that just leveling out in the pricing of these coins at this grade level, which is good. Okay, I mean, it'd be a different thing to talk about these coins if they were continuously dropping under $1,000. So pretty nice coin. We've seen this trend kind of level out on these coins. We have a pair of Franklin half dollars I wanted to talk about. The first one here is going to be a 59D Franklin. This one, again, another Sunset Provenance piece. This is a PCGS Mint State 66 Plus with full bell lines and CAC certification. Okay, prime Franklin half dollars with a strong strike and original surfaces have kind of a market all on their own. All right, and for those of you that actually have some of these, whether they're in roll form or maybe in an album that was once collected a few decades ago, this is an opportunity to kind of take advantage of what is probably one of the hottest markets out there, and that's premier full bell line Franklin half dollars and full cameo contrast, deep cameo Franklin half dollars, also from the 50s and early 60s. Two of the hottest segments in coin collecting today. This example, again, 66 plus full bell lines, sold for $1,395. But not to be outdone with the 1950 example that you see here. This one is a peach of a coin. It's a PCGS Mint State 67 full bell lines, and it also is toned. Again, the toning is not kind of like my cup of tea, but it is an original coin. This one sold for $3,431.25. And finally, the big hit of the week coming out from left field, guys, is going to be this 1953 Jefferson nickel. Who would have thought a 53 Jefferson nickel would hit the top of the list? But sure enough, this one right here is the coin that set the market ablaze for this week, and it is a PCGS Mint State 66 full steps. Again, I can't stress this enough. One of the toughest dates to find full steps in. This also has somewhat subtle toning, although it's not super apparent yet. You would have to look at the coin long enough to see a little bit of that toning. But this one, ladies and gentlemen, sold for $7,918.89. And there you go. That wraps up another Monday Market Report. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did. I'm your host, Sean, with BlueRidgeSilverhound. Again, a couple of keys to take away from this. Certain segments get hot. They go on kind of like this hot streak for about a month or so, and then they kind of die off in lieu of other hot streaks. So being able to take the information that you see on the market report and turning it into what could be a business for you where you go out, you actually locate these coins in high grades, get them graded, and then you can sell them on the secondary market and possibly make a few bucks in the process. All right. It's not a get rich quick scheme, but it helps you guys understand what's hot in the market today. So that way, if you do have these coins, maybe already graded, and you're looking to liquidate, there are certain times of the year, certain, areas of collecting that are hotter than the rest. So, with that being said, it was a pleasure talking to you guys about all of the market activity for this past week, for the week ending October 6th. Happy holidays, guys. We are in it to win it. So you guys keep enjoying, you coinaholics. Have fun with the hobby. And of course, I will see you next time. You guys take care. Have a wonderful Monday. Don't work so hard. And